Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of Hardcore Minecraft. And today we're going to start production of the Great Canal. It's clearly never going to really happen, but that's what we're going to start working on. I actually need to get my shovel sorted out first. We need a mending book, which I don't actually remember what's in the ender chest. And it doesn't matter. We'll get some more emeralds because I think we spent all of them. And I quite doubt. Yep, no emeralds at all. It's possible we've got some in some chest, but... Or wait, no, I don't need mending. I just have diamonds, so I can just, yeah. Yeah, there you go. That'll be faster than worrying about diamonds for the shovel. So we need to go in a negative X direction, but we're going to be trying to take advantage of the natural curvature of the planet, right? We don't want to have to dig the whole canal when we could, you know, travel along the ocean for much of it. So we're going to get to the ocean and then we'll figure out what's wise there. Not least because we know what this ocean is to a great degree. So we won't have to worry about, you know, too much, hey, what's going to happen when we get there. But we'll essentially have to figure out on a biome by biome basis when it makes more sense to immediately create a canal. So there'll be like a little bit of extra scouting done. We'll need to build pillars to show us where we're going. You know, it's going to be a laborious process. We'll probably die of old age. I assume you can die of old age in Minecraft before that'll ever get finished. But I have a brush. We've got a lot of different projects to do. And so that makes it exciting because that means that basically anything we do will be the right thing to do. And Natasha again. Yeah, because we basically need to be going in this direction. For, well, it's more, yeah, we need to be going west, northwest, towards negative X, negative Z. Hey, someone has destroyed my boat. Ah, a man with a trident. Interesting. Oh, a drowned man with a trident. Even more interesting. Give me your trident, sir. Another thing that would make me go home is getting another trident, because then I could try to get an enchant on it. Alright, did I pick up my boat? Okay, so they can break your boat, but it doesn't, like, hurt it any. That's at least comforting. Pretty annoying, but comforting. We're gonna lay down. I laid down so dramatically. That's so funny. Hearing it. But, funny stuff. That, you know, he didn't want to be ignored. Yeah, I need to be going in this kind of direction. Maybe getting the ocean and trying to loop around would be smarter. it's really about where we can think of the canal as beginning, because if, and actually unironically now that we're looking, if we just say, okay, the nether portal, the central nether portal, that's where we want to start out at. And then we can say, all right, if we want to go around to the cape there, we'll put a pillar there, and then every couple hundred blocks we'll make another pillar. Because part of the point of making a transportation system is that you don't get lost anymore. I've already been here before. We don't need paper. We can just leave it there for the next adventurer to find. But we don't need paper, because I got like 100 books from that woodland mansion, which should be all the books that we need. Which, don't tell anyone I said that. They'll think that I have been replaced with somebody who doesn't even know the slightest bit of information about me. That is that's the monument that we've already cracked. So other times in the past we went in sort of that direction, but we want to see right now. Not least because this is in a straight line from the nether portal. Oh, but this goes the wrong way, so we need to be going... Like, oh no, this... I need to get oriented, first of all. Alright, so apparently I need to be going this way. So we're not going to be hitting the ocean at all to go here. This project is going to take forever. Not least because we haven't even done any scouting for it. Because at a certain point, it's just better to say, I literally don't care about anything. All I'm going to do is start the canal going in the direction. And maybe that's what I should do, you know? You know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to get to the spawn tree, and then we're going to build a negative X canal, and that's what it's going to be. Renee, you ask if I've ever played Geometry Dash. I have not. I believe I own it, but I have not played it. Alright, we should be getting to 0 on the z-axis, and then going negative x. But that's already what we're doing right now. We would just go right on 90. Or so. Alright, so this canal is actually going to go straight through this way, which is, you know, fine. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would. So... we just dig straight through and hope that we don't have to reposition anywhere. Well, I mean, if we're going to do this, we should start at 0. I've played lots of different sorts of games over time. I just, you know, my my habits change sometimes. I mean, I played World of Warcraft at a relatively high level, I would say. And that was no kind of calm game. Speaking of no calmness, we've got a problem, and the only prescription is to shoot our enemies from afar before they can defend themselves properly. Now look at them. They're about to start muttering all in a row, but they are not going to touch me. There we go. You know, I'm sure they were trying to start a great canal as well, but due to an unfortunate problem in translation, we were unable, utterly unable, to make any sort of headway in our conversations. Alright, so, now that we're here at 0-ish, why did I plant the tree there? Oh, because it's 0. Alright, so now we start a negative canal that burrows under the mountain. No, we'll start the canal over here. But yeah, we'll just, we'll go straight. Do I not have my bucket with me? We're gonna need a bucket. Oh lord, are we gonna need a bucket? Three wide is... it's not that sketchy. It's not actually any harder than 2 wide, I don't think. And it is more comfortable to travel through for a lot of ways. I mean, not like entirely. So the question with the canal is, you know, like, how much do you go on a natural waterway, or at all? Do you just say any natural waterway is going to be a waste, or do you accept one as long as it's going roughly in the correct direction? Because right here, why not be taking it this way, right? But how much of a canal is it if we're just running through the water like so? We're not even going the right direction anymore, see? So I think the only thing to do is just go straight forward, make a straight line. If you get some ocean, great, but if there's a river, you don't even worry about it. You go forward. Because otherwise, you know, too many distractions. The number of distractions that is too many is 1. Alright, time to get to work. This is actually like my favorite thing to do in Minecraft that's not Rails. By a pretty wide margin. I really like canals. This is like one of the very, very first things that I did in the whole game. Basically, as soon as I discovered a bucket and that I could pick up water with it, I was so happy because I was really frustrated about my watering abilities, but then everything got better. Because this is just the sort of thing that doesn't, like, make me upset at all. The only thing that'll be annoying is when we get into, like, the deep dark that's definitely underneath this mountain, and then we have to relocate somewhat. But, you know, I just don't want to think about that right now. I will just have a broken heart if my canal has to move from its straight line because of some stupid ancient city garbage. What'd you miss for last minute? I was describing how I didn't know what I was going to do. But in a very similar way, I knew exactly what I was going to do. And then we decided that we were just going to go in a straight line as much as we could, because that was way better than trying to think about it. Not least because, you know, if we just move straight, unless something kind of weird happens, we can be assured that all we have to do is go, you know, and break 10,000 blocks and then we'll be there. But if we move from our straight line, if we deviate from the angle at all, there's no telling if we'll ever get back. I mean, you saw it earlier. I was trying to find the best place to begin the quest. I could have just been doing this because I ended up just needing to do this here. And you do want a double line, not least because it's easier to do the flow, but you're going to want to take a boat on the canal anyway. 2 rather than 3 because then you can just hold forward and your boat will be able to go. This will also provide us with a good opportunity to get absolutely all of the cobblestone that we'll ever need. Alright, so bad news. But we are gonna be fine. It is just the sort of thing that a great canal builder, or even a merely good canal builder, has to be ready for. So there you go. First obstacle totally triumphantly dealt with. We're just going to be able to use some of our copious cobblestone. Copious cobblestone, good Mason-themed band name. Can be a band where some people sing about how much better the days were when there was enough cobblestone to go around. And yeah, and we could just do this, like, even if there is a deep dark, we'll just build this above it, right? We'll just very, very carefully build a structure above it. We'll have a canal that goes over it, and that'll be nice. And maybe someday we'll build, like, a rail track that goes along the canal. Oh my god, wouldn't that be fun? What I'm basically doing right now, Renee, is I am making a great canal along the western axis. We'll be able to go west into the land of promise. This is also the vague direction where the Mooshes are at, so we'll be able to bring them home eventually. But I mean, I'm going to be doing this for ages. Fortunately, I don't get bored very easily. I mean, I do sometimes, but if it's if I'm doing a thing I don't like. And this I like. I could do this for ages. Ooh, we're hitting a new area. Maybe a lukewarm ocean. Oh, a cherry grove. We're underneath the mountain now. The water changed slightly. It's that beautiful sort of color that it clearly is. A turquoise one, unless it isn't. But yeah, I made a really, really big advancement on the roller coaster today, but we need more materials. I think actually we got to make this taller. I should test it real quick, because I think you'd bump your head if you tried to ride in here. No, you wouldn't. I mean, it's a tight fit. Okay, and it hurt us to try to stand up, so we're gonna. Alright, a slightly taller ceiling would be better, especially since, this is a great canal, not a merely good canal. We're gonna need, at least one more block of head clearance. And this is the sort of thing you gotta think about early. You don't want to get to 1,000 blocks and realize that you wanted to crack a couple more blocks in. Also, when you have the little bit of water flow like so, you can just let it push you forward while you break blocks, and that's very useful. Or rather, moderately useful. There's an eerie noise. Don't really love that. We're probably getting closer to the deep dark, but I just need them to not bother me while I'm building this canal. I'm going to be really annoyed if anything happens to me while I'm building my canal. Because the good thing about digging it through the inside of a mountain is that there's no enemies here. Why did it look like I saw somebody's breath there? I don't want anyone to interrupt me while I'm building my canal. Alright, do we have any wood? No, we sort of need some because we need to get a chest. Is there any in the ender chest? I don't think so. Nope. Well, we'll throw some cobblestone in the ender chest because that's the only chest I have on me right now. Pretty funny stuff. Because I need just chests to put these things into while we're going. Just random things to get rid of. And then as we come back, eventually on our various rounds, because we're going to have to do, 15 times this amount of effort, unless we hit an ocean for a while. And the ocean has to be in kind of a straight line because of the rule we've set for ourselves about not getting distracted by natural geography. Although, if we see there's an ocean like next to the canal, we're gonna take the ocean. The bubbles I saw were the blocks that inexplicably get air bubbles sometimes. Fun stuff. But that's just why this is a project and not a thing that we're going to, you know, do entirely. Not least because my pickaxe would break, we would need to get experience or set up an anvil along the way and burn up our supply of diamonds. It occurs to me that maybe doing one above sea level would have been better, but, you know, it's much too late to change it now. Because if we had one that was slightly raised, we could just build a deeper road bed for it, canal bed, as it went. Hello, Parallax. But here, because we're on sea level, you know, if anything happens to it going any deeper would be a little annoying, and going higher would be difficult. So having a slightly raised one, but then whenever you got to the ocean, you would have to have like a lock system or get out of it. So, you know, there's different benefits either way, I suppose. What am I up to? Well, we're up to the beginning of the Great Canal. Which involves digging in a straight line for a super long time. Now, I don't know how much longer we're going to do it today, because holding down just one button on my mouse does hurt my finger eventually, but that is what we're doing right now. Probably we'll wait until our inventory gets full again, and then we'll go home, drop off some of this stuff, maybe do something new for a moment, but probably just get some wood for chests and carry on once more. That's a terrible place for a torch. There we go. Always on the side, never in the front. Oh, okay. There's an eerie noise again, but we're just gonna ignore it. It probably is for somebody else. Bit of iron, which is a thing that we are actually here for, is more iron, because we ran out of iron for our rails. The gravel was trying to waylay us. It's still trying to waylay us. Silly gravel. Well, it looks like it's gonna be trying for a little bit here. There's more. We're just going to keep on hitting it here. Exactly. Those eerie noises could have been a figment of my imagination and that the subtitles talked about them is irrelevant. Okay, if I get like just in the right spot, I can just sort of quaver the cursor a little bit and use the momentum of the water to fill in the current, which is a nice little technique. Because we have moved 300 blocks negative here, which is great, don't get me wrong, but we need to get to like at least 3K. And not all of it's going to be inside of a mountain. It'll be a good opportunity to get all sorts of resources. We'll have to cut down trees, you know, we'll have to knock down dunes of various sands. It's going to be an opportunity for us to really get a whole lot of stuff. Maybe we'll even build a house one day with all of the materials. I mean, probably not. Probably not. But I guess, like, it's interesting because you could just play the game like this, right? You could just be building a canal, you could get a fishing pole, and make a little furnace, you get your little coal from the blocks in here, you cook up your salmon, you make your torches, all you would need is enough wood. If you just had some bone meal and one block of moss, you could be like a subterranean canal builder and never see the sun. Nice life. You know, as long as a creeper never shows up, it's gonna be fine. I better not ever drive down this tunnel and see a creeper in here. Oh, I'll get so mad. Those blue dots there went again, and I thought they were green. I thought a creeper had heard me speak their name and wanted to bring me misery and despair. Fortunately, it was not to be. I need to see if foot pedals exist. They have to exist, right? Like for a mouse button, and then I can just like stomp my right foot onto it or my left foot, and then I can just be mining. That would be so great. I've wanted it for like push to talk from when I played World of Warcraft, because there's a lot of context when you have to shut up and you're not supposed to be talking unless it's very important. Because we would do like 40-man raids, so very important that everybody knew their role and stayed quiet when things were tense. Some lapis and stone, which is relatively uncommon. I wouldn't call it rare. Relatively uncommon. So normally it's down a little bit further. Quite clearly it can generate here. We're in the Frozen Peaks biome now, and that might change the rules a little bit for like lapis or gold, emeralds and stuff. Because when you're in a proper mountain biome, they get slightly cooler stuff than you get like just around sea level normally. But interesting that we're at the Frozen Peaks at sea level. Got some dripstone on the wall here now, so we know that there's something going on. At any moment, we could pop out and see the sunlight. We've been going in this little tunnel of the canal for quite some time, but that's fine, you know, like, I'm totally good with that. We could go in the tunnel the whole way as far as I'm concerned. It's a nice, peaceful tunnel. But I should have noticed that our inventory was full. I guess it just filled up, like, right here. But that's not true. That's a ton of stuff. It could be any amount of things. Yeah, this is many stacks of garbage. All right, it's not like that much. It's a bunch. So what we need to do is go home, get wood, get chests, and drop some stuff off, and then we can either get back to it or come back to it later or never, as the case may be. Alrighty. Time to get on the boat. The only testing here is if there's any current that we missed, but it's very unlikely that there is. It tends to be quite noticeable. We should have the vertical space that's totally fine the whole way down. You don't know if I'll ever use that much stone? Well, I mean, I use it for markers in the nether, so it depends on how everybody goes there. And then also you can cook it and make stone and then sell it for emeralds. So, I mean, like, if you're thinking of just, like, throwing it away, it's not like dirt, right, where you would keep a super secret cobblestone chest for all the times you never need cobblestone. You can just turn it into emeralds. And then you can turn those emeralds into blocks and put those emeralds in a secret emerald chest that you would go to anytime you needed emeralds. Like right now, I don't have enough emeralds, for example. But I also could have used cobblestone to make a pillar there to indicate that, hey, this is the entrance to the, you know, I'm just going to go back and do that right now. No, I'm not. We're already halfway home. Actually, we're almost already home. It would have been no faster to go back there to build a pillar. I'll be able to find it again. I'll probably be able to find it again. You're going to say that the shulkers could be useful there. That's the first part of the clause. Right. Okay, because those things, they do the thing. I need to go make those. I put all that stuff into a chest, and I was like, I never want to see your face again. But I didn't throw them away, I don't think. So we can make a couple of those. Is that man in diamond armor? Don't see that every day. Look! The most stylish zombie. Oh, he's got a crew. I don't know if I've never seen a diamond zombie, but I certainly don't recall seen one before. So that's pretty cool. He was in full diamond as far as I could tell. He didn't have a weapon, but that's still pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Was he eating a carrot or was that someone else? It doesn't matter. I never got flame on my bow, which I should have done. I can't lay down. I can lay down. The arrows will miss me because I'm very, very low down. Real life lesson too. Feels a bit weird, but if somebody's shooting at you with a bow and arrow, if you lay down on the ground, it'll be a lot harder for them to hit you. Yeah, I mean, Natasha, it almost felt like a fair fight, right? Pretty funny stuff. Speaking of fair fight, I thought that Enderman was going to try to whoop over here and I was going to crack him in the head, but he thought better of it. Okay, so for the shulkers, I need chests anyway, which means I need... I trailed off there. Which means I need food. That actually doesn't follow from it, but... I was realizing I was low on breads, and I was near a breads place. It means I need wood, because I always throw the wood places, or I use it for sticks, or, you know, it ends up in a chest somewhere. But I never have enough of it. Fortunately, this place used to have a huge forest, and the Lorax in me weeps at my behavior, but there's a lot less of the forest now. Anyway, we're just going to leave the rest of that alone, because I'm a monster. And this is more wood than I actually need, but I don't want to have to get more. If I want a tunnel vision on this canal thing for the next, like, several hours, I don't know if I do. But if I do, I don't want to have to worry about this wood thing anymore. And that's basically enough logs for that dream to come true. Alright, so these... There were 2 apiece, so we can leave the last one there. And then we can dye them different colors. Alright, so how do they work? We put them down and use them, and then we crack them and the stuff's still inside? Probably. And it even tells you on the tooltip. All right. All right, so this is clearly going to allow me to be a very excessive person. I've got 3 of them here. That's a good amount. That's a good amount indeed. We might actually have to go back to the end just to get some more shulkers eventually. You know, but I not to do all that other stuff. I believe in the virtues of that box enough now to let me go back just for that. But there's no point in filling it up right now because we will just throw this in here. Oh, and you don't have to silk touch it? Alright, great. Alright, so you put the chest in a bundle, and then you put the shulker boxes into the chest, right? That's gotta be the play. And then whenever you need to pull one of them out, yeah, there you go. Okay, I figured it out the game. You guys have been telling me this for ages. But, yep, there you go. Okay, so now we're going to be able to, like, really, really tunnel vision when we want. We're going to be able to carry zounds of flowers. We're going to be able to carry hundreds and thousands of things. Excellent. All right. There's only one thing left to see. If I get this shulker box with diamonds and put it inside of this shulker box, okay, it won't let me do that. Can I put a shulker box in a bundle? No. Okay, at least there's that. You can put it in the ender chest, and that makes it good enough. Can you put it in the ender chest when there's stuff in it? Yeah, so, you know, good stuff. But you can't put one inside of another shulker box, and that's at least that will keep me restrained. Relatively restrained. But we'll throw the wood in there. We'll take the junk out of the ender chest, because we don't need it in there. Not when we have such luminary things like hay bales, tridents, diamonds, and shulker boxes inside. But anyway. So this is great. Like, unironically. I mean, I know you guys have been telling me this. But it's very exciting. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of broken that you can put them in the ender chest at all. Because that's at least that's a chest you can carry with you, so you can, you know, have a chest of chests. In addition to your whole inventory that could also be chests. Yes, the villager does dance as I dance inside with the happiness of our accomplishment here. So, I need breads. Where have I placed them? No, but really, did I put them in the ender chest? I didn't put them in a shulker box. That one's only got diamonds in it. Alright, well, we'll just go grab some more hay because, you know, we're relatively limited with what we've got going on there. And we'll, yeah, we'll pigmending real quick here. because we're going to want to get our pickaxe sorted up. Oh, they're already cramming. Then that means... now we're mending up. Do I think rain is coming? I mean, usually yes. In Minecraft, yes, definitely. You know, as long as it's not causing a disaster, I quite like rain. You know, I don't like driving in it. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people do. But whenever it's like my day off and I don't have to go anywhere, there's basically nothing I like more than sitting down with a cup of coffee and a book and sitting out on my carport and listening to the rain hit the roof and hit the earth all around me. One of my favorite things for sure. I live in Arkansas where we get a large amount of thunderstorms, relatively large amount of thunderstorms. Some places get almost no thunderstorms at all. Which, although I know is true, I have trouble believing. It would just be so strange to go like a month without having one. And I forgot to bring seeds again. Why am I the way I am? I'm not going to get mad. But we'll just run home and put the seeds inside and then probably, you know, take them out and forget why we are the way we are later. Is that the dragon egg in my hand? I think I took the dragon egg out of the chest. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. I've got my immortality egg and the dragon egg, and I'm choosing between... I have to figure out who I'm going to be. Now, we'll put the dragon egg back up. We don't need that kind of power just yet. Yep, let's just get right back to work, because I am not in the slightest bit bored of doing the canal. I sure hope you aren't either, because that's what we're going to do. Boy, is it. And this time, we're armed with an incredibly large amount of inventory space, at least by my standards. I'm like, yeah, let's just bread up. Because now, whenever we get full of stuff, we'll just pull out the ender chest, throw it all in a shulker, and that's... It's like having access to 4 double chests, and that's just with the 3 shulker boxes there. Yeah, I mean, there's different biomes in Arkansas too. You know, it's not all thunderstorm country. We've got a big river, and then by the border with Texas, there's definitely some more arid stuff. We've got some little mountainous biomes. We've got a stony ridge. You know, we've got a lot. It's so funny talking about things in geography as if they're Minecraft terms. I bet a lot of people have done that for a while, but you know, it's new to me, given that I'm relatively new to Minecraft. But pretty much everywhere in Arkansas, we still get a lot of rain. So I know my parents were recently living in California, but you know, there's a wide range of biomes in California. They were living up in the mountains. West Texas, yes, that is quite a deserty place indeed. But you know, the canal is coming along wonderfully. And importantly, there's you know, there's nothing wrong with any of the components. The concept's good. The headspace is fine, except for right there where we ended. A good place to keep working, you know, no problems there. I don't know when we're going to get out of the mountain and see daylight again. It'll happen eventually, probably, but I'm actually totally fine with this too. This is fine. There's no claustrophobia when you're the one in control of the space. Plus, it's a very logical thing. You know, there's no question of what direction it's going in. You can't get lost. You can't get turned around. We've made it to negative 400, making great progress. Basically 1/8-ish of the way done. I don't actually know the exact coordinates of where we're going. It's not directly on this axis, I know that. So the canal, even when we get out there, we're going to have to make a detour to get to the Mooshes. Renee was a capybara all this time. Capybaras are such fun animals. I mean, I've never met one. I've seen them in the zoo and such. In a zoo. In more than one zoo. Zoos make me sad, but they're also very interesting places, and, you know, like, I'm sort of torn on how I feel about them. Hey, we're gonna hit dirt. That either means something or nothing. Might actually be seeing daylight soon. It's like this is real. And we get to keep score in stacks of cobblestone and in points that we move in the negative X direction. Because it's just if I feel like something's meaningless that I can't keep on. I have to believe. Like with the tridents, you know, I didn't know if they were real, but I believed they were real, and that kept me going. It's time to pull out a shulker. Where's my ender? What have I done? Okay. Did I leave my ender chest at home? Did I put it into a bundle and put the bundle into a thing? I don't know where my ender chest is. Right. Well, it's time to go home again. So like I said, you know, this new inventory thing that we've got access to, it's going to let us go for as long as we want to. We're not going to have to go home for like ages unless we want to. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Using this new system. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Think of all the amazing inventory space you'll have. It's like 2 full chests. All you have to do is remember to carry them with you. At least I know the shulker boxes are in the bundle, so even if I can't find the bundle, or rather, they're in the ender chest. So even if I can't find the bundle, I could just make another ender chest. Pretty annoying, though. Like, is it in the pink bundle? I don't know. Alright, so now, freshly armed with a resolve to find where I put my stuff, we might be able to start work on the canal again soon. fine. They're not around. Why am I getting distracted? The only thing that matters is finding this stupid thing. The song's awesome. Makes me get pumped. It makes me feel like I'm really gonna find my stuff. But where's the bundle? I can just make an ender chest or grab this ender chest, but I would like to find my bundle. Maybe I didn't put it in the ender chest. Maybe I didn't put it in the bundle, I mean. Well, I got it now. Maybe I just left it on the ground here and thought I picked it up. You know, we'll leave that one there. We've got another one to carry with us now. Ridiculous behavior. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, it didn't burn it down. That would have been bad. I clicked on the wrong thing. I think if you say no often and fast enough to a computer, it just won't do the thing you don't want it to do. A lot of people have had some misery because they just didn't tell their computer no, like, quickly and firmly when something bad was about to happen. Alright. Inside here, we have wood, we have shulker boxes, we have the stuff. Now we're gonna go, because I now have the ender chest with me. Alright. That's almost how your mom thinks streams work. Well, she seems like a smart lady. Now there's a... So Warhammer 40k, the tabletop miniature game that I play, that I talk about sometimes, they have one of the factions, they're called the Adeptus Mechanicus, but they're like hybrids between humans and machines, basically. But they have this thing where they basically say prayers to the machines, like to tanks, before they do maintenance on it. Like, they've confused the manuals for like how to do maintenance on a chain gun with important prayers. So it's like they ritually anoint it with oil, but they're actually just like greasing the gun barrel for artillery. But to them it is important, and in the scheme of 40k, like, sometimes the belief really does matter. And if they're the only guys that make the tanks run, who are you to tell them that, you know, it doesn't matter? And I think of that whenever I think of people, you know, hollering at machines or threatening them. Sometimes that works. Like, sometimes if there's a machine and it's not working, you say, hey, I'll unplug you. I've got a toaster to work that way before. I mean, I might sound like a crazy person, but if you politely but firmly say, hey, toaster, I'll throw you out. Trash day's tomorrow. Sometimes it'll whir right up, start toasting you a piece of bread just like you want it. And I definitely would prefer to have all the torches on one side. That'll be a thing to work on later on, you know. If we're just going to have them sitting there, it's much better to have them to one side or the other. And we've done a good job of it, but we want to continue to have a seamless side where there's not, like, even with a source block in the middle, or on the sides there, rather, not in the middle, the opposite of in the middle, that would inhibit our ability to just coast in a boat, because with the sides there, you can just not worry about changing your direction at all, and moving forward, the boat will maintain. But if you can get snagged a little bit, then it's not even a merely good canal. You would have to call it an adequate canal at best. And that would be a fun title for a video. An adequate canal at best. That'll be the retrospective whenever people do like a deep dive into my career. You're looking at 40k stuff, the new card game one? Okay. Yeah, I don't keep tons of track of it at the moment, but I still have like a lot of models. I haven't painted them or anything in a long time, but I know they're always doing new games and stuff. They're always trying to see what works. There's Space Marine 2 that came out just a few months ago. It was fairly well received. I was just waiting for it to go on sale before I played it, because I usually don't feel the need to get games immediately. Be funny if that ever changed. People really wanted my opinions about, you know, the new hotness, and I had to get up from bed and play, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 before it had been out for 10 years, because I still haven't played it yet. You know, that kind of thing. I still haven't played Gen 2 Pokemon, so, you know, now, I played a little bit of it on an emulator, but I haven't beat it. I haven't, like, even played, like, the first 3 gyms on any Pokemon thing except Gen 1, which I played extensively. But that's the kind of person I am. But I'm dedicated to the Canal, and that's what matters. Not whether or not I'm ever going to play a modern game. To me, Minecraft is playing a modern game. I'm like, yeah, this came out not too long ago, right? Yeah, I'm like super bad at painting. Some people are amazing. I own a couple of models that are like really amazingly painted because my friend, he was playing and then he paid somebody to paint them for him. And they were awesome. And then my friend got out of the game, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to buy my models off of me?" And you know, he gave me a good price, and I was doing him a favor, kind of too, because it would have maybe taken him longer to sell them. But I sold some of them later on, like the secondary market, that kind of thing. But I did get a beautiful, beautiful pair of models there that I still have to this day. And whenever I pull them out, people are like, "Wait, you did that?" I'm like, no, not me. Because they look wildly different than my models do. My models look like I painted them. Because I'm just a dude, but the models that I have that were painted by this guy, they look like a professional did them because they did. More dirt, more maybe possibly. We'll hit daylight soon. We've been underground for a good 500 or so, and we are at sea level, which means that we're just like inside of some stuff. Although we wouldn't have to be far underground this whole way to look pretty underground. Whoops. But all that moaning and groaning from the zombies makes me think that maybe it's time to lay down for the night. And there you go. The clanging of a door in the dark. Very Minds of Moria going on. However, not my problem. 'Cause I don't have to check out where it is. We're here in the Dripstone Caves. Look, if there is a village there, that's their fault. That sounded like a big door, like an iron door that needs 50 people to open or close it. It was an eerie sound, not a, oh, somebody should help these people out sound. An eerie sound, like a, somebody shouldn't be a fool and get themselves killed over this sound type of sound. Need to look at the song real quick. It's called "This Is Not Jazz." What a fun title. What a good track. That's just what you don't want to do. You never ever want a hole in the wall like that. That's how you ruin your great canal and make it a barely adequate canal. We've been inside for like 500 blocks now. This is sea level. We're gonna eventually get out. I'm not worried. Because we're not lost. After all, if you could just get in a spyglass and look all the way down. See, you can see out. And isn't that nice? And if we just had all of the torches on the proper side, you see how much nicer it would be if just a couple more of them were there. We're gonna fix that on the way back. There's absolutely no reason why we can't have regularity in torch height through the Great Canal. There's no reason at all. Eerie noise again. That one sounded like a person clumsily playing a cello. Or not a person at all. The Phantom of the Opera is there, inside your mind. Ah, a creeper. You could see his little legs. Dripstone we would need to make sure we block off, because dripstone, it'll be fine on the sides, but you wouldn't want it at the top of the canal, right? Because it could drip down and get in your way. So very important to be suspicious of dripstone. And we'll just block that off, because you don't want anyone to be able to look in and see how nice it is on this side. Alright, and we're almost at negative 600. This is going great. I mean, fast? No, not fast. It's not going fast, but it's going great. Oh yeah, I'm totally full of my inventory. I need to do the thing. And 17 more. Yep, there you go. And then we just throw it in there, and now we'll know that, yeah, this is real nice. This is that's what I've always wanted for chests, is to be able to be like, what's in there? And 17 more. Are we ever gonna see the sun, though? It's pretty funny. I mean, I knew we were burrowing under the mountains. I guess I didn't think it went on for 600 blocks before we'd get out. Get out. As if we're stuck. This is where we want to be. Here, building a canal. And this is 1,000 times better than trying to figure out if we should be on, like, an ocean or not, and which way to turn, and hitting F3 to see if I got turned around again. This is better. And I kind of want, you know, all the coal in the world, but there, I would have to replace the floor, and I don't want to do that. How did I get normal? Oh, you could use the silk touch pick to get normal stone. That makes sense. And that would be a very quick way, so I could actually... Yeah, I could make this pick better, and then we could just get regular stone instead of cobblestone, and then you could sell that directly to a villager without the extra step. Which could be pretty good. I mean, not that good, because there's that eerie noise again. But they can't scare me. We know we're doing the right thing. The canal builder always gets to go home. If you want to slay a dragon, or adventure in a void, or become the king of the pirates, it could be dangerous. But if you only want to build a canal, you're gonna get home. You know, the shimmer from the enchanted thing even turned down. It shows up a little bit in the dark. We're here at negative 660. And we still have not hit daylight yet here on the Great Canal. I wonder if we could hit a full 1,000 under the mountain. It might be. I mean, it could be a long trip, but I can always just nether travel out because I got obsidian in my bag, and I can always just like build a portal, pop out, and then make my way to the spawn portal. Mark the coordinates of the nether portal I want to go back to, and then, you know, it wouldn't be too tricky to get to. This is so fun. I mean, maybe not for anybody, but it's fun for me. After all of the nonsense of doing things I didn't want to do. No, that's not fair. There were just sensory parts of the experience that I didn't find pleasant in the end. All in all, I was glad that I went, and the shulker boxes are extraordinary. Flying, I don't care if I ever learn to fly. I don't. But I definitely have got to get these boxes. If I've got to kill a dragon in order to get these boxes, then that's going to be the thing we do if we ever die again. You know, the priority is going to be the boxes. Up full inventory again. Oh no, not my pick. Yikes, that just makes you, you know, you shouldn't ever even touch one of your tools if your inventory's full. I say, and then do it again immediately. I didn't mean to, though. I'm just bad. Someday I'm gonna meet the guy that decided they should put a bunch of feedback in songs to make them sound better. I'm gonna say, hey man, let's go outside. I want to talk to you about something. And then I'm gonna explain to him how I feel about it. I assume there's one person responsible for that choice in production happening. And I don't mean the guy in that song. I'm only trying to be funny. I mean like the guy in the past who ever had the idea. Because sometimes really annoying feedback sounds good, like if it's in that Radiohead song. But other times, when it's not in that Radiohead song, it's awful. At least I think. But it probably doesn't surprise you guys that I find feedback to be mostly intolerable. But with our tremendous shulker boxes and our moderate inventory space, we press onward. Here at the base of the mountain, which I guess we'll go through, yeah, for an infinite amount of space. 700 under the mountain. Yeah, I mean, imagine my frustration if I was trying to do anything other than this. If I was thinking, oh, I'll just, it'll be fine. What I'll do is I'll find a way around. It won't work, it would never have worked. What we've got now is water, and this will be a proper connection. That we'll be able to ride forward for some time. So, excellent. And I probably even recognize the river because I know very much the area that we're in, right? So, it's probably going to be... Yeah, see, that's sand from where I've climbed up this place before. I probably said out loud, I'll just use sand here, because I'm never going to come back this way again. And I was almost right. But yeah, we'll come up the top here, and then this will be like the other side of Little Snow Mountain there. Yep, and this is, yep, that'll be where our little, our crafting table was at, and we just need... Yeah, I mean, a cobblestone pillar is just as appropriate as any other pillar. And we have plenty of it after all. The sunlight seems so nice indeed. The pillar will be important because if we're going to be going on this little riverway for a little bit, and I think we are, yeah. Because hitting the river, we're going to be able to snake out and hit the ocean, or at least more of an ocean-like area there. And it'll beat digging through the whole way. So we'll have this pillar here. It'll need to be slightly taller. It may end up being slightly too tall and being unsightly, and then we'll have to like come all the way up here and crack it again. If that happens, whatever. But it just needs to be visible from over there when we're coming in across the ocean so that we know, hey, this is where the Great Canal will continue to be. And now we will make a great dive. 2 out of 10. Alright, and there you have it. A great canal. You can even see the sunlight still from the other side. You can't see anything that's down there, but you can see all of those torches, and I need to fix it. So, span 1 of the Great Canal goes to -700. Oh yes, Great Canal. Here, yes, I do need one. We'll put one at the other entrance, maybe? No, we'll, need to, like, make a gift shop. Okay, I guess I planked too many of them. I don't, we'll make a sign some other day. I messed it up. But we'll just go ahead and ride down the canal. It won't take too long. And even if we get, you know, moving side to side like so, we maintain our velocity wonderfully well. So we didn't have too many torches on the other side, but there's just enough to where if you look down the hall with a spyglass, you can see every single one of them. And well, that's not altogether acceptable to me. There's one that's low. I think it's just medium way down here, yeah. Alright, that's fine then. Alright, very good. That one's low and that one's high. Neither of that is good. We'll get them on the proper line here. You can't see them when you're looking down with a spyglass, but I'll know they're wrong. Hello, Warden. Alright, there we go. We can see the daylight through there. Don't ask me how it's so bright on the other side. given that the sun is falling down. Perhaps it is because we are facing west. But we'll just lay down here for the night. Feels good. And with that, we can sort of head to home. Amazing progress on the canal. I mean, we're like 1/5 of the way that we want to go. Very little progress on getting iron, but that wasn't like the main goal, and you know, we didn't think we were going to get a ton of it, but I kind of figured we'd get more than like 20. But you know, when we make a dedicated goal of getting iron, we always tend to run a whole lot of it down, so I'm not too worried about it. But I think I was gonna say I think we're gonna go and hunt down a another monument, but looking at the clock, that's not a great idea. I bet there'll be a lot of iron down here, though. Certainly a lot of enemies who think they have something to protect. They should have protected their neck. Sure are a lot of guys down here. Pretty good results there. I mean, no iron, but I mean, results out of the combat. I think I see some iron here, though, so there's at least something. We're just gonna pick up some XP real quick, and by that I mean ignore the spider. That's what picking up experience is really about, is ignoring the spider, because you can't be that experienced if you're not ignoring the spider. Oh, this one's on the sauce. Oh no, the bat. Sorry, bats. Ah, that one was laying in wait. Very clever. Except then he stopped shooting at me. Not so clever. He needed glasses, I think, but you know, his eye doctor has been dead for years, so he never saw another one. Yeah, it was thundering up a storm down here. That poor bat never saw it coming. You know, more and more people are falling victim to this. Somebody should look into it. It's like, we're not getting any ores, but we're still up fairly high. We're just like 43, so not too surprising that the one iron ore that we saw when we dropped down was the only one that we've seen. But when you get like another 20 deeper, that's when you run into all the skeletons that you want. A little bit of iron rain, delicious iron rain. Good for the bones and teeth. Now the whooping has ceased, but the shrieking of the Enderman persists. Oh, I forgot to get water in my bucket. Oh no. Anyway, I've fallen down. But good news, there's something cool down here, so we're gonna go look at it. It's probably not that cool. It's iron. There's no point in being down here. We're losing the plot. This isn't a good mine. We already have good mines. We should just try to get our way to the surface if we can. Alright, what happened? I fell down. That's right. So this way will lead us up where we came in, and the other way is the other side of the chasm. And here we find an angry spider. And now he is slightly angrier than before, but just as able to do something about it. Where's my boat? There we go. Alright, great success. A wonderful accomplishment. I mean, look at all the stone. So much cobblestone. I kind of feel like we should save the boots, because eventually we should get, like, boots with soul speed and feather falling and all that that we can use in the nether that are gold to prevent the piglin fighting. I think the Cardo buys flint now. At least I thought I remembered seeing that. Nope, that was a whole different guy. I no longer remember who wants to buy flint. A Fletcher? Yeah, there you go. Now he levels up and gets beef and mutton. I think they always get the beef and mutton at that level. I've never seen them not get it. There's definitely other options at the early level, though. It's like you can carry all the rotten flesh in the world, and then you get, like, 3 trades of it. But that's, it's not a good trade. It's just a trade. And then he can do the lapis. He'll buy gold ingots, but that's a terrible trade. You need gold to, make roller coasters. Guy doesn't know what he's thinking about, trying to get you to make a trade like that. A good day. A lot of progress made. Alright, now he'll buy books for emeralds. So, I mean, I do have a lot of books. Don't know where dude ran off to. Oh, he had to go write down in his diary. Never mind, different guy. Where is he? Yeah, so you just do 6 book trades and then they level up again, so that's easy enough. And now they'll sell me glass if I wanted, or keep on doing book trades. Which I'm really just doing that because I didn't want to get rid of my books. And now he will keep on doing this trade. And I think we leveled to master now. And oh, he sells name tags. Do they always sell name tags? I feel like I knew that. Yeah, because I had bought one in my survivor world, but it never mattered to me because I never wanted to name anything particularly much. But all right, yeah. Well, now I can buy name tags for a mere 19 emeralds, and now I know that. So, good stuff. We've got our mending book, and armed with that and an amount of knowledge, we'll put some of the stuff back here, put the emeralds back in there. No, that's a terrible place for him. I'll never remember to look. Yeah, excellent. Alright, so now the inventory's mainly sorted out again. I don't need this bow at all, and I don't know why I have it. Must have dropped off of a skeleton. I'll just put it there, forget about it, and then when I load back into the world, I can pick it up again someday. That'll be fun. Alright, now we've got mending on our shovel. Now we just need it on our shield. And unbreaking, which we also need for the sword, although it's least important there, since the sword is the least likely thing to break, being as it has mending. But plenty of time for that in the future. There's not plenty of time to keep on playing, sadly. And well, that means you know what time it is. So yeah, a real good day. We're here with the crime family, Garuda, Consigliera Belladonna, Luca the dancing muscle. He says, let me at him, boss, but until then, play that record again. I want to dance. But yeah, a great day. We discovered shulker boxes. Working on the canal. It's all good. It's all good. A few more days working on the canal and we'll be there. We'll be able to get the Mooshes right home. It'll be great. All the roller coaster progress we made, it was a good little day. I'm gonna need so much iron. But life is very long. And now that we're through the mountain with the canal, I think all the eerie noises should be stopping. you know what time it is. It's my bedtime. It's about time for me to head out for the day, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Coming in at the beginning of my work week now, so you know that I'll be around when I can, but I won't be pulling 10-hour days on YouTube for a couple more days now. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the future. I hope you've enjoyed.